A part of Gobuli, the most famous specialty of Tianjin, shall be the clay sculpture of the Clay-figurine Master Zhang. Clay-figurine Zhang is provided with a history of 180 years, since establishment during the Daoguang years till today. It is still preserved in Tianjin Museum today. Pottery could be preserved through a century after firing. Porcelain could even be passed down through centuries. The clay-figurine Zhang, without going through the firing procedure, still seems as good as new after 100 years when being presented to the audience. Is there something special about it then? Clay-figurine Master Zhang tried countless methods so as to make the clay figurine easy to be preserved through centuries. He found that not all kinds of earths could be used as the raw materials of making clay figurines. He discovered through distinguishing the cohesiveness of earth during modeling that only the red clay deposited beneath the Asian watercourse in the west suburbs of Tianjin was the ideal material of making clay figurines. The region of Tianjin was formerly a sea in ancient times, when the moist with high salt and alkali contents of the earth has evaporated under the blazing sun. The anti-weathering ability of the clay figurines could thus be enhanced. After wiping out the impurities of earth itself through manual selection and filtration, the earth's breathed life gradually presents itself. Cotton fiber constitutes the veins and nerves of the clay. After blending the two materials and hammering for 5 to 6 hours, the risk of cracking of clay figurines would gradually fade away as the infiltration of cotton fibers. Finally, the prepared clay shall be wrapped up with pollen and put in a cellar with constant temperature and humidity for 3 years before it becomes the excellent material for making clay figurines. Only after such lengthy waiting could the microorganisms and organics contained in the clay ferment sufficiently. The clay would then process extremely extensive cohesiveness and plasticity during figurine manufacturing. It takes at least 3 years for a piece of clay to evolve into a figurine. I'm convinced that the lifelike looking of the clay figurines is definitely the spirit accumulated during the lengthy years.